A lot of guys fall into the trap of thinking the key to winning a woman's respect is to be the agreeable one, to say yes to everything she asks and become that reliable, easygoing, nice guy. But when you do this, you're not seeing the real her. You're just seeing a performance, and that performance is costing you your time, your energy, and your self-respect. What if I told you that one simple word, the word no, could reveal almost everything you need to know about her in a single moment? Her reaction to that one tiny word will tell you if she's respectful, loyal partner material, or a walking red flag you need to get away from, fast. Stay with me, because we're about to find out. For generations, there's been this idea that the path to a woman's heart is paved with just being accommodating. Be helpful. Be agreeable, don't cause friction. And what's the result? You become a human utility, a resource to be used, not a man to be respected. When you're always the one saying yes, you create a dynamic where your own needs, your own time, and your own boundaries are completely invisible. You think you're showing her your value, but what you're actually showing her is that your value is up for negotiation. You're teaching her that her desires will always come before your plans, your principles, or your peace of mind. This doesn't build attraction. It builds expectation. It builds complacency. And in the end, it builds contempt. A partner can't truly respect someone who doesn't respect themselves. And a man who can't say no doesn't respect his own time and energy. He becomes predictable, easy to manage, and ultimately, uninspiring. He mistakes her satisfaction for her respect, and by the time he figures out they aren't the same thing, the dynamic is set in stone. You've taught her you're a supporting character in her story. The problem is, you're looking for a co-star, not a walk-on role. The solution here is surprisingly simple. It's not about becoming an argumentative or difficult person. This isn't about picking fights or being a jerk just for the sake of it. It's about strategically and calmly introducing one powerful variable into the equation. The word no. Think of it as a diagnostic tool, a boundary test. When you say no to a minor, low-stakes request, you're briefly disrupting the pattern she expects. For the first time, you're putting your own boundary ahead of her request. In that moment of disruption, the social mask that everyone wears can slip. And in that brief, unfiltered moment, you get a glimpse of her true character, her core beliefs about respect, entitlement, and partnership. The no test isn't about the request itself. It doesn't matter if she's asking you to help her move a couch when you're swamped, grab her a coffee when you're busy, or change your plans for the third time. What matters is what happens next. Her reaction isn't just a reaction, it's a pure, unfiltered data point about her emotional maturity. Is she a partner who sees you as an equal, or someone who sees you as an asset? This one word can cut through months of pleasantries and performances. It's the fastest way to distinguish between a woman who is compatible with a strong, centered man and one who is looking for a subordinate. Let's break down the 3 reactions you'll encounter. Pay close attention, because seeing this clearly can save you from months or even years of wasted time. Reaction number 1. The red flag. Entitlement and manipulation. This is the most dangerous and the most revealing reaction. You've calmly and respectfully said no to a minor request. Maybe you said, "I can't make it tonight, I already have plans." Or, "I'm not able to help with that this weekend, I'm slammed with work." The red flag reaction is immediate and emotional. It's not simple disappointment, it's indignation. It's the reaction of someone who believes they were owed a yes. This shows up in a few ways. First, the guilt trip. This is a classic manipulative tactic. You'll hear things like, "Oh, I guess it's not that important to you," or "I thought I could count on you." The goal here is to reframe your boundary as a personal failing, as proof that you don't care. She's weaponizing your desire to be a good partner against you, making your self-respect conditional on her approval. Second is passive aggression. This is the silent treatment, the short, clipped answers, the sudden cold shoulder. She won't address the issue directly, but the emotional temperature in the room will plummet. She's punishing you with withdrawal, teaching you that the price of your autonomy is her affection. It's a childish but effective tactic designed to make you so uncomfortable that you cave just to restore the peace. Third is outright anger and pressure. She might get argumentative, demanding a good reason for your no, Why not? What could possibly be more important? She'll pick apart your reasons, trying to prove them invalid. This isn't a conversation, it's an interrogation designed to break you down. Someone with a deep sense of entitlement acts like your no isn't a boundary, but just an obstacle to be bulldozed. This reaction reveals a profound sense of entitlement. In her mind, the relationship is transactional. You're there to meet her needs, and your refusal is a breach of contract. She doesn't see you as a separate person with your own life. She sees you as an extension of her will. This isn't a partner. This is someone who will drain your resources, disrespect your boundaries, and resent your independence. This reaction is one of the clearest red flags you will ever see. Reaction number 2. The yellow flag. Insecurity and immaturity. This second reaction is more nuanced and requires you to pay closer attention. It's not an immediate deal breaker like the red flag, but it's a reason to be cautious. This is the reaction of insecurity. So you've said no. You held your ground. She doesn't get angry. She doesn't guilt trip you in a nasty way. Instead, you just see this visible wave of disappointment. She might pout, go quiet, or ask, "Are you sure?" in a tone that's heavy with hurt. Her initial response isn't to respect your boundary, but to take it personally. She interprets your no not as you managing your own schedule, but as a minor rejection of her. Her emotional state is fragile, and your inability to meet her request feels like a withdrawal of care. This often reveals an immature character, not necessarily a malicious one. This is common in people with lower self-esteem who might be people pleasers themselves. Because she has a hard time saying no, she doesn't understand when others do. Her sense of security is tied to external validation, and your no temporarily cuts that off. This is a yellow flag because it stems from insecurity, not entitlement. Over time, however, it can be just as draining. You'll feel like you're walking on eggshells, constantly managing her emotions. You'll be tempted to stop saying no just to avoid seeing her look hurt, and you'll slowly slip back into being the agreeable provider. Of course, everyone has bad days, and context matters. The key is to observe the pattern. Does she recover quickly and say, "Okay, I get it"? Or does the mood linger for hours or even days? If she can't self-soothe and respect your autonomy after the initial sting, this yellow flag can slowly turn red. Proceed with caution. Reaction number 3. The green flag. Respect and partnership. This is the gold standard. This is the sign of an emotionally mature person who sees you as a partner, not a utility. This is the green flag. You've said no. You've stated your boundary clearly, without a ton of apologies. For example, "I won't be able to make it this Friday, but I'd love to see you on Saturday." The green flag reaction is one of immediate, effortless acceptance. No drama, no interrogation, no punishment. Her response will be simple and direct. Something like, "Okay, no problem," or, "I understand, thanks for letting me know." She accepts your no at face value because she respects that you're a separate person with your own life and responsibilities. Crucially, she doesn't demand a long explanation or justification. Your no is enough. She trusts your judgment. This shows she's not operating from a place of insecurity or entitlement. An even stronger green flag is when she actively works with your boundary. She might say, "Okay, no worries about Friday. How's Saturday looking for you?" She pivots with you. She sees your no not as a rejection, but as a simple logistical fact, and immediately starts problem-solving with you, like a teammate. This is the essence of a partnership mindset. This reaction reveals she's secure in herself and in the connection you share. Your no doesn't threaten her, because her self-worth isn't dependent on your constant agreement. She's looking for a man with a backbone and his own purpose. By saying no, you're actually showing the very strength that a healthy partner is looking for. She won't just tolerate your boundaries, she'll be attracted to them. This is the woman you can build with. So you have the 3 reactions. The red flag of entitlement, a clear sign to walk away. The yellow flag of insecurity, which requires careful observation. And the green flag of respect, which is the foundation of a real partnership. Remember, this isn't about being difficult or using no as a tool for control. It's about setting reasonable boundaries with respect to find out the truth. Any partner can seem agreeable when they're getting everything they want. Character isn't revealed in comfort, it's revealed under pressure. A minor no is just a little pressure. Her reaction is a glimpse into her soul, showing you how she'll handle real conflict down the line. Her reaction to your no is not a rejection of you. It's a revelation about her. It's a reflection of her own maturity, her security, and her character. You're just holding up a mirror, and she's showing you who she really is. Don't be afraid of the information you get. The goal isn't to get a yes from every woman. The goal is to find the one who respects your no. That's where real compatibility is. That's where you'll find a partner who won't just love you, but will admire and respect you as a man. The power isn't in controlling her reaction. The power is in seeing it clearly and acting accordingly.